Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Pabs, a racing artist and a VTuber. I don't know, what am I first, a VTuber or an artist? An artist or a VTuber? Well, worrying about that kind of pedantic stuff isn't really my thing, so I'll just say for the moment that I'm an artist and a VTuber. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of character design. Now, I've done this thing before. The main idea is that we're going to go to this website. Thisshoedoesnotexist.com. That is a real website you can go to. And what it is that it's just one of those like neural net sites that procedurally generate something. And what this site does is that it quite obviously makes a shoe that has never really existed on Earth. Hi, perhaps where does the rice end of the art begin? Yeah, that's the big question. I don't know. Has there been art made with rice? I know that there are those I know that Buddhists sometimes write scriptures on rice grains as a kind of like symbolic thing. But yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to ask, you're Gentaro Kisaragi on Tumblr, right? You want it to go by canon, right? Should I keep that in mind in the future? You know, just in case. I don't know if I've got a case of mistaken identity, but I think I might have put. I saw something like that. In any case, yeah, canon or common is fine. Yeah, I'll call you canon. All right. So the way this is gonna work is that we're gonna go on over to the working screen. I'm gonna get situated in my little corner down here. There we go. I am going to open up the browser source. If I can find it. Where are you? There it is. Okay, and that is so teeny. Okay, let's try that again. So, kind of like the drama of this is that I use this shoe. Okay, hang on. I need to use two S's. Yeah, very small. The main drama of this is, you know, just looking it up and seeing what comes up first. So let's let her rip. Come on, come on. Big money, no wham. Okay, shit, that is a really cool shoe. holy macaroni, that is one cool ass shoe. Hang on. That looks sick as fuck, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is... I think that's the coolest shoe ever... I think this might be the coolest shoe that's ever been conceived by man or machine. Alright, we have our shoe. Okay, man, this... Look at it, it's so futuristic! Oh my god. I feel like nervous. It looks like a pie? Hey, Leo. I see you're going by the alternate handle today. I could see that looking like a pie. You know, I can kind of see pie from this. But shit, the Off-White does so much for it. Yes, oh my god, I feel like this is like some fucking outrun shit. Oh my god. I was like, where did my diamond... I don't know, it's like yellowish. Yeah, it's kind of like orange yellowish. Alright. There we go. Okay. So, what am I okay, so... we need to design potentially the coolest person, perhaps, ever, put to paper to do this shoe justice. Now, that's a tall order, but I'm willing to deliver. I can't switch until I get home, huh? Yeah. Well, for now, we shall just refer to you as, yeah, we all know that you're Leo, so I don't think that's going to be a real issue. You slipped into something comfortable and now you can't get up. Okay, so, okay, so a lot of like swooping lines. That's what I'm noticing. Like it's very aerodynamic. It almost has like a plaid pattern, doesn't it? It reminds me a lot of like those like 80s computers, you know, those ones that used to have like grating like that. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, okay, so a lot of triangles. It reminds you of stars and stuff. Okay, so what I'm thinking is lots of triangles. So I am thinking maybe a kind of short-ish jacket, kind of retro almost. Retro, like, how do I put it? Like a vintage jacket that has one of those NASA logos on it. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one freehand because, well, first of all, because it takes less time to do them freehand, but second of all, because I feel like it just gives me more freedom. I mean, obviously, freehand, freedom. You know, that's a very easy one to reach for, but I do feel that, like, for character design, doing it freehand is much better. Okay. Shrink that down. Okay, somebody with like, okay, so again, these look like sports shoe. That's something that I've noticed, is that because I think a majority of the things being fed into this algorithm are, what do you call it, like running shoes. I feel like that usually results in a kind of more sporty shoe. So so I can't just like make every time that I do this one an athlete, because the first time that I did it, I ended up making like this soccer mom pee-wee football coach, and then the second time I made this dude who just hits the gym in tech wear. So I kind of want to see where I can take this one, like on an like alternatively. So first question, socks or no socks? Okay, so how can I make this person even more like obviously triangular? First of all, the kind of proportions on this are bothering me. I'm going to increase this top part here. There we go. Then second of all, okay, we've got the shoes down here. I just don't know how big the socks I want them to wear. Generally, I'm a sock hater, but I think these deserve socks. You know, for me, socks is kind of like a personality trait. You know, when it comes to character design, I'm thinking socks or no socks. So a character who doesn't seem to wear socks, or like wears those toe socks, you know, the ones that like look invisible when you wear them, those people are generally kind of more fashion forward, or they have a kind of more casual feel. Whereas people where you can very clearly see their socks are either more playful or, you know, more kind of rigid, you know. So for example, some dude that has his socks pulled all the way up, you know, that guy's obviously kind of a goober. But, you know, if you can like see some business dude wearing socks, it's like more obviously they're professional. I don't have to worry about that myself, because I just wear these flip-flops 24/7. Got my grippers out at all times. But, you know, we are not the same, this person and I. Okay. So, said it a few minutes ago, but these shoe streaks are fun. Hey Jupiter, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with this, and this time it's just such a cool ass shoe. Oh my god, I still can't get over how cool this fucking thing is. Can I commission somebody to make this in real life? Like, this shoe is sick as hell. Oh man. You know, generally, I'm kind of against this kind of trend of, you know, AI-generated products. Yeah, this kind of slip-on look. Tactically ready toes. Alright, I'm not sure. Yeah, sure, why not? There's gotta be somebody who does sneaks, yeah. I don't know, are there like any cobblers still around? Are there cobblers? Are cobblers still a thing in this day and age? I think they mostly work with leather shoes, I imagine. Okay, so I'm thinking like... Okay, so maybe cuffed jeans? Sneaker cobblers. That's true. Sneakers are kind of rubbery and kind of meant to be mass-produced, so I'm not sure how easy it would be to do like artisanal sneakers. There are people who make custom sneakers. Oh yeah? Damn. Nice. Alright, so I feel like maybe like almost like armored? I think we might end up making a cyberpunk look protagonist for this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking like maybe those jeans that have like ribbing. I don't know if ribbing is the right word. These are supposed to be motorcycle jeans. Supposedly, you know, besides this, before the style was kind of co-opted for just general fashion, and now that's just how they're done. These were jeans that had Kevlar built into them to kind of protect on the road. Probably several hundred for these at a glance, since it's making a whole original shoe. True, true, true. Although I guess you could try to find a shoe that's already existing and try to mod it into this thing. I don't think that's an entirely impossible task. That's what the ribs were for? They always reminded me of football pants for some reason. I mean, I imagine football pants also have that kind of protection behind them, you know? So like if you slip on the grass? AstroTurf, that's the word. The fake grass. You know, you're not completely eating shit. Okay, what about... Since I missed it, what kind of vibe are you going on? Essentially, I was thinking like I think now I'm leaning more towards like cyberpunk from the time when IBM still made computers. So I'm kind of picturing like you know, kind of like the meatball NASA logo jacket kind of thing. Probably like a bomber jacket, I think. Also, naturally, of course, now we're also bringing in the cyberpunk vibes into this. Something like maybe pants that have maybe an opening on the side. I think that'd be very cool. Okay. I kind of want to do one of those things that look like a polo, not a pullover. I know that for some techwear stuff, they have like this thing that looks like this, and that's usually like an overall thing that's just unstrapped. Okay. Okay, so maybe like one of those skin tight things. Okay. You know, one of those like sleeveless sweater things. Turtlenecks. That's I don't know why I said sweater thing. I know the word turtleneck. I swear. I swear the turtleneck is in my vocabulary. Maybe with some kind of like a suspender thing here. We'll have to think of them. I'll have to think about that. Pants, I'm kind of a fan of right now. The pants, I like how those turned out. Need to fix up the shoe silhouette as well. There we go. I need to make them like less elongated. What did we decide on for socks? I think they're just kind of gonna go underneath the pants as well. They are going to wear socks, but it's just kind of gonna go from the shoe into the pants. So you're not gonna be able to see the kind of border of the sock. I think that's the kind of style I think would be good for this person. Wait, what if... Okay, so what if like... Nah, that's too much. Although maybe like some stuff like this on the hips. I'll go. I'll think about it. For the jacket, I'm thinking like maybe a bomber jacket for sure. Big old varsity jacket. This reminds me of, believe it or not, I had to make an OC for art class. well, had is a strong word. I made a painting and I needed a human person to be in there, so I just made one up instead of like asking a friend of mine to pose for it or something. So I think I made like this person who had like this very cool hat, and I think they wore garden gloves as well. Essentially, I was trying to cover up as much of their body as possible, because I kind of want the thing to be universal. Forced at gunpoint to make an OC. Yeah. Oh, these could be pockets. Okay, yeah. And then maybe these pants... Okay, this might be the stupidest... Okay, I'm not gonna call them stupid because I actually think it's an interesting idea. But I am going to say that they are going to be rather weird, because I kind of want to put like... You know how for ease of access and everything, you kind of have the button at the middle of the pants like this, usually? What if it was like over here? I imagine that's been done at some point, and I can imagine for several very obvious reasons why it wouldn't catch on, but I think it would be interesting. Okay. There's usually zippers on the side of some clothing. Makes sense. Yeah. I just need to make sure that this doesn't end up looking like a diaper. I think that might be a challenge here. What? Maybe like this? Nah. I think like almost how it was originally is good. Peeling myself out of my tight sci-fi pants. Yeah. I wasn't supposed to tell you guys this, but I accidentally bumbled... While I was looking for the bathroom the other day, I accidentally tumbled into this conference from the world leaders. They were just having one out here, and they said that the cyberpunk future is real. You know, I was stealing some snacks, but I overheard them say that the cyberpunk future is real, and that agenda item number fucking 1 is making the most uncomfortable and inaccessible pants in all of existence. Yeah, don't tell anybody that I told you this. I think they are maybe sending a hit squad on their way right now. My God, I need to wear them. Yeah. Compelled by the impractical yet extremely cool pants. Gotta get myself isekais to avoid these pants. God, yeah. It's an isekai story, but a dude just travels to Earth from a universe where they make you wear very uncomfortable and stupid-ass pants. You know, I feel like I've seen... I feel like I've seen a lot of isekai where they just don't have the concept of, like, good food, so a dude goes to another world and just, like, and just by virtue of not sucking at cooking, he's, like, a god at being a chef. I want to see an isekai where, like, they have no fucking clue about textile industries, and instead they just, like... And this dude is just, like, a guy who set up a personal loom in his home. I feel like that would be a very interesting story. I think I do sincerely feel like the best stories aren't... Not even necessarily isekai stories. I feel like this way about, like, this manga that I used to read called Dr. Stone as well. Stories where they kind of show you how to do stuff with very limited technology I think are the coolest. Your food idea sounds too awesome for what I know of isekai. I have read one like that. If you subscribe to my lore, you can just drive off to another Earth if you don't like the one you're on. Said like this is a religion. God, I want to hear about the dude with the loom. Yeah, no, I remember... I think there was like this one where there were elves, but they were like a plains people, and this dude got isekai from Japan, and he kind of taught them how to make delicious food. I remember that being one of them. I think he also taught them how to make yogurt and alcohol. But yeah, I kind of want to hear about this loom guy. What's up with that guy and his loom? Yeah. I can DM you the name of the one if I remember. I heard food, so the story is a winner. Yeah. The fact that he knows how to make yogurt is sick. I think he also made cheese. I remember he made cheese in the story. But yeah, I remember reading a manga called Dr. Stone for a while. I remember reading at least the first couple of chapters, and I remember I was really engrossed because they were just making this technology from basically nothing. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of like plot things, like, oh yeah, one of the dudes has access to like this post-apocalyptic metal repository that just so happens to have a sample of tungsten in it. You know, some of those feel like very contrived excuses, but they still show the kind of science and logic and the kind of effort that goes into the technology. So I can't be too mad at them. Okay. I feel like this person would be very lanky, but I'll add that in like a later draft. Clarification for the Earth thing. There's a bunch of similar planets that all call themselves Earth, spread far across the universe. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. I have read that part of Dr. Stone. Yeah, Dr. Stone has its issues, but I feel like a lot of the early chapters are just a lot of fun because they just show you all this different stuff. Wait, what if okay, so what if instead of this leg being like part of the pants and the pants just have a weird connection? What if it's like a, what do you call? I forgot what these are called, like chaps. Yeah, fun premise and educational. Okay, so some kind of like, almost like snow pants. And maybe this leg is hiked higher up. Okay, I feel like at that point you would be able to see the sock. My one armored leg and my non-armored leg. Yeah. I know in one martial art, Savat, that's how it is on this cyberpunk bitch of an Earth. Yeah, I know in one martial art called Savat, which Savat is really fucking funny because it's essentially a bunch of French thugs who went like, hey, we all wear these fucking heavy boots, right? What if we just made a martial art based around kicking? And they got so good at kicking that fucking karate looked at their high kicks and were like, hey, can we just co-op that? And the Savat guys were like, sure, we don't give a fuck. So now karate has French kicks in it for some reason. Because that's just how good these fucking French dudes were at kicking. That is a real thing that happened. Karate has kicks from France. Well, at least modern karate. I imagine like traditional karate doesn't have such high kicks. Which makes sense because generally you don't want to be kicking super high because that just puts more of a risk toward yourself. Every Earth before they find out tends to think that they're the special and that they've got to hear that, nah, humanity was actually a very common phenomenon, annoying to non-Earthers. God. I didn't understand at first that it was like a bunch of different planets that just happened to spawn humanity, like fucking carcinization. But it's just, I thought it was just a bunch of different planets after like a human diaspora that all just decided like, you know what? Fuck it, we're Earth now. That is some amazing lore. God. I sincerely did think that it was just like a bunch of planets who were just like razzing each other like, yeah, sure, you're the original Earth. Now we're the original Earth, homeboy. It's like that scene from Gladiator where everybody's saying like they're Spartacus, but it's just a bunch of different planets claiming that they're the original Earth for the clout. God, that makes it really funny though. Like some dude puts up an advertisement on his product that says made on Earth, and some dude has to be like, which one though? That is some cool ass lore though. Yeah. Alright. Get sued when they find out that it's not this Earth. Oh, you meant that Earth. No, I was talking about this Earth. I was talking about Earth a little... Okay, so, see, when you were pointing to where this, like, massive star chart of Earths... See, I thought you were pointing to this one on the left. You were pointing to that one on the right. Nah, man, that Earth on the right, it has fucking alligators the size of elephants. They somehow evolved to be the megafauna on that Earth. It's exactly as terrifying as it sounds, although I hear that leather handbags there, alligator leather handbags over there are just real fucking cheap. That would be one benefit of dinosaurs coming back, I think, is that we would be able to get, like, made in the galaxy. Which one? Oh, you know. Alien looking like their head is about to explode because they've just encountered another human who's gone on a spiel about how unique humanity is. Yeah, my Glorbach and alien Christ, there's 3 billion of you, and and I don't mean that like on this planet. I mean like in that we've discovered so far. You're 3 billion and one, homie. Okay. I think I originally envisioned this person being female, but we can do a little gender ambiguity, I think. I'll figure out a way. Wait, what if 3 billion and me? What if I just gave them like a weird ass triangle helmet? I feel like that's actually very fitting. Whoa, D4 helmet be upon ye. Okay. So if I'm gonna make this person's entire head a triangle... Like... I almost gave him like an Andros type face, like... Can't afford pyramid heads in this economy. Yeah, no, yeah, due to budget cuts, pyramid head has been reduced to triangle head. We had to sell off the other 3 faces of the vertex. Now he's just like a single polygon head. Should I just like not attach a neck? I think I can get away with not attaching a neck. Yeah, maybe like this is like some kind of holographic projection or something. Yeah, fuck it, we got like a cyber Dullahan. Haha, no neck. Well, what's wrong with not having a neck? So, I say, as a dude who has a rice bag for a head, and that, yeah, I find it's really funny that I just have no neck. Yeah, nah, man, the licensing was too much. Anyway, for your Silent Hill torture session, we pulled a bunch of D4s. You had a lot of them. You have a neck if you believe. That's true. That is how it works. There's an implied neck with your rice bag, though. Huh. Implied neck. Now that's an interesting... That is the first time I think that's a new one. I think like nobody... Implied neck, I think, is one of those things that's never been uttered by another human being, I think. I think that one's all you. I think that one's all you, man. You could even believe that you're all neck. Yes, I love to create firsts. Okay, so then... Okay, so this Cyber Dullahan idea... Oh. Hydrate and posture check. Thank you. Hooah. I don't know what that sound was just now. Okay, so then maybe this strap over here is kind of connected to a helmet. Okay, so here's a fun thought. What if this is like a Cyber Dullahan, but they have like their head in a helmet at all times? So and instead they just have like this triangle head, and they pretend that they just have no head, but it's just inside of the helmet. So that way, when they put on the helmet, they're actually wearing their head, but nobody knows. I think I'm in love with this idea. We cannot let people see our face. Don't be square, even triangles follow traffic safety. Not a suggestion, but I love the image of carrying your own head in a baby carrier. Yeah. And you know, the baby harness. I mean, I could do that with my rice bag head. I think that's more than possible, you know. I just have a baby Bjorn and I'm just carrying my own head. I wear one of those when I'm working the fields, you know. It's just easier to make sure that the rice bag doesn't fall into like a puddle or something. Just yo-yoing with the head. Yeah, their main source of income is insurance fraud from pretending to get hit by a car, and then they just like have the head be separated. And they're like, if you don't want anybody to see this video, make sure to send $5 million to this routing number. And they fall for it every single time. Okay, so I think maybe like the helmet is going to be on like a strap over here. Oh wait, what? Okay, I can just kind of like strap it like this across the wrist. That's easy. Modern Dullahan schemes. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah. Using your head. So you're a Dullahan. Here's how to exploit it for fun, profit, and more profit. Man, I like how with that idea, this character has turned into like this nice triangle-looking object person into like a real scumbag. They just went from like, hi, I love traffic safety and also cool fashion and shoes, into basically Reagan Arataka in a cyberpunk setting. God, I feel like Reagan would fucking thrive in a cyberpunk setting. I don't know why. Okay, so I feel like you could make a cyberpunk character, a cyberpunk RPG character, instead of make it Raiden. Raiden is not a real person. I'm thinking of Raiden, the dude from Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I want to make this dude lankier. Yeah, so many people to scam. Precisely. You know, you gotta look on the bright side of things. You know, some dude is being alarmist about overpopulation. I just see new potential marks. You have to take the good with the bad. Okay, I think we've got our dude. I think we've got kind of like the general design down. Now, how are we for time? We're about half an hour in. So this has been going pretty quick. You know, it's fast. You gotta like you gotta stay focused. I forgot what point I was trying to make. Right. Anyway, so now that we've kind of had this first idea of what the character design is gonna be like, I think we can try to try and make a second draft, maybe. So maybe try to incorporate the shoe a little more. The shoe's kind of general vibe and design. So triangles are a good start. But what about like these kind of curves, these kind of curving and sloping things, right? So what about Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe with the pants, for example. So I kind of like this idea of like the uneven legs. But what I might do... Not sure, actually. This is the hardest part of ideating, is actually making variances. Okay, so maybe like a higher collar. What about a higher collar? Okay, so we'll copy and paste this layer here. So what about maybe a higher collar? That's actually more Dullahanny, I think. I feel like a higher collar might have more of like a Halloween monster feel. Kind of like the one that I was hoping to go for. You know, considering this person's supposed to be a Dullahan, I feel like it's almost more fitting for them to have a collar. Yeah, it really emphasizes the lack of neck, and personally I feel like it goes against the slip-on nature of the shoe. I see. Wait, how does the collar go against the slip-on nature of the shoe? No neck, like no top of the shoe. Oh, I see. Okay, now I've connected the dots. And maybe instead of a triangle, we can have something else. Maybe... I remember watching this one anime when I was like way younger, where there was like this club of monster girls, and for some reason their homeroom teacher was fucking ripped. I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember that a lot of the character designs of that were very cute. So maybe like some kind of like fire demigirl. Oh, right, it was something like that. I'm really bad with like a lot of names, unless it's something that I have a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to names, or not even of 1 to 10, it's like how easily I remember a name. So either I'm going to remember the name of something forever, it's just going to kind of echo in the back of my mind, or I'm going to forget it first chance I get. Interview with Monster Girls. Right, that's the one. But yeah, anyway, now that we've kind of established this idea of the head, what about like happens, especially with inundated stuff like manga titles? That's true. He was ripped. I like how you emphasized was, like he somehow lost it. Yeah, he just goes into like a major decline in terms of muscle in season 3. Ripped, you say? Thoughtful. Okay, so then maybe a little slightly different. I'm only gonna do this for around like 15 minutes or so, because I don't want to get too bogged down on design variations. I'm just trying to think of what I don't like too much about the design. I think right now it's like the sock situation, ironically enough, that's bothering me. So like, does the head animation bounce and make itself obvious as fake, or is it like static and very solid looking? I think the head animation is kind of... I don't know if you've ever seen it. There is like one of those like CRT displays, almost like a CRT display but holographic. So it is very animated, but very limited in that regard, I think. I kind of like the idea of having a face on it, though. What other thing could I project out of it? Could go full Ramiel and give it like the tetrahedron look. Ironically enough, I've never seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I can remember some of the names of the angels. I don't know why I'm built like this. But yeah, something else that could have a face on it would be maybe a... Of course, they were used in the Bible afterwards, after all. Ah, yes. Neon Genesis Evangelion, the original copy of which was ran in ~1 BC. I just had an awful idea. I would never do this to them, but what if... Theoretically speaking, if they can project anything up here, they could probably project like an NFT or something. What would you say is your favorite food-related manga? Oh, that's a toughie. I think it's probably this one... Fuck, I'm forgetting the name of this one too. I think it's... Okay, I remember it, I think. It's called Chio-san's Kitchen. It's not 100% food-related. Like, it doesn't teach you the recipes or anything, but it is kind of very food-centric. It's essentially about this girl who goes with her best friend to Kyoto to become one of those Maiko, who are these kind of entertainers. Yeah, Maiko, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. She goes to Kyoto to become a Maiko with her bestie, but she ends up not being very good at it. But she finds a job as a mansion's caterer, and it's a very like kind of chilled out series. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, that one's nice. It got an anime fairly recently. I was very excited to hear that. Yeah, I think it was like a 12-episode one, or maybe an OVA. I forget. But yeah, it's very chill. It's got a very good vibe. The weird thing is that I think a triangle might be the best shape that I could have gone for from one episode per month, 3D animated. Not sure how I feel about that one. Oh wait, what about like... That's a hell of a release style. Yeah, it's... I don't know how to feel about that. That's really weird. It's like 2D animated faces on 3D models. I'm starting to get a sneaking suspicion that they might have done my girls dirty. God, they didn't deserve all that. I feel like I mean, obviously they probably wouldn't have the same kind of production budget, but I feel like I will say that I feel like the best style for like slice of life stuff is almost like that one that they use for Miya Gohan. It actually looks fine. Of course the manga looks better. Huh, interesting. Okay, I think we are gonna have to go with the triangle head after all. Maybe we can make it like more interesting by giving it like little glitchy bits though. As for the pants, I love you, love you, triangle head. Maybe we can like add some zippers or something. Does it spin when they're happy? I imagine they can just like I imagine they could do some real goofy stuff with it, but I imagine it has to be kind of like constrained in like a cone from where the projector is kind of situated. I think the closest thing that I can think of to relate this to is actually, I've never seen Durarara. Also, that name is just a nightmare to pronounce. It's just so uncomfortable to pronounce all those Ra's. But it almost reminds me a little bit of that character from Durarara. It sounds like a dog barking. Very creative name, but yeah, me neither. But I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I think that person's supposed to be like a Doulahan or something like that. The person who wears a motorcycle helmet. Yeah, that's the one. Cat ears. Hmm. Oh, that'd be a cute idea. What about like cat ears on the helmet? I don't know if that's a ripoff, but I don't care, honestly. That idea is really cute. Also, I feel like I need to make this sag more. Outfits that would be a nightmare to wear in real life. Although not so much now. I feel like the most uncomfortable part of this might maybe be the one leg here, but I feel like maybe if I... What if I added like a carabiner right here to this thing? Putting cat ears on every head-related accessory is so good. I don't know who came up with the cat ear speakers on headphones, but they were so smart. The coolest speaker I've ever seen in my entire life was this one that looked like a dog. Hang on. I hope I can find it. Yeah, this is the one. I saw this speaker at an electronics store in a subway station near where I lived for around 5 years in a row. Nobody fucking bought this thing, but I'm so glad I'm so glad they didn't, because that just meant I got to look at it more often. So yeah, this part here in the chest and this part here in the glasses are both speaker outputs. So essentially you plug it into... I'm so glad that they didn't put the switchboard any lower than that. But obviously, like sound input goes in, sound output goes out through these parts here. But yeah, I remember this thing. They also had one that looked like a skull, which was fucking sick as hell. But I don't think anybody bought that one either, unfortunately. Hmm. Okay. So I think the main thing to do is to just kind of keep in mind this shape right here, this kind of curve that the shoe has got. So kind of like this almost. Kind of like that. I feel like too much is going on in the pants area, you know? I feel like I need to simplify it a little bit. I'll figure it out as I go along, though. Okay. Oh, wait, no, that actually works. Okay, yeah. Okay, and then... Okay, how can we make this more kind of in tune? So first of all, I'm gonna replace the symbol here that's a circle, like with a triangle, because I feel like that's just more consistent. What about like a triangular pattern like this? I feel like that's pretty cool. We can have that kind of pattern kind of repeating across the sleeves as well. There we go. Oh wait, maybe we can do that for the socks, actually. Hang on. Just give them like these newsy socks. Why not? I win. Are you a funny sock kind of person? I like wearing fun socks. I used to get self-conscious at first because I started wearing these patterned socks. I've had these patterned socks that have like penguins and flamingos on them and like palm trees on them for years and years and years. No, I just like seeing them on characters. I hate socks. That's quite the unique and contrived stance, but I respect the hell out of you for that. There we go. Okay. I think we've got the main kind of idea down. Funny socks are a sign of a character, are a sign of character on fictional people. Funny socks on me feel bad. I can understand that. Definitely, like, I feel like not all clothing will suit everybody. I mean, I know for a fact that there's some things that I just hate wearing. Like toe socks. I don't know why toe socks were invented, but like my dad loves wearing toe socks. Okay. Yeah. I actually didn't like trying to put... I've never tried those. I don't suspect you'll like them any more than you do normal socks. Considering that most people just think of them as like normal socks but worse. But you never know. They might be the thing that strikes your fancy. Gotta ask, is Papa Rice dexterously talented with those tactically separated toes? Once again, I think you have the honor of maybe putting together words of combination, a combination of words that has never before been uttered on this earth. So be proud of yourself for that one. Second of all, no. He's my dad is not nearly as dexterous as me or my mom. He's very good with it. He's very good at like playing the guitar. That's something he's got over me. My mom and I are like the more artistic people in the family, but my brother and I are the more... No wait, my brother and my dad are the more musically talented people, and me and my mom are the more artistically talented people. So unless he starts playing guitar with his toes, not impossible, but I will say unlikely. I don't think he's gonna have like any particular dexterity advantages. That might turn the tide on my feelings for socks, if the toe socks could do something useful. I mean, they can. I don't know that they can't. Although, if you wanted to go for like that kind of toe dexterity while wearing shoes, you could always try toppy shoes. Hang on. Yeah, these things. You know, my family is fantastic. I love them to death. But if you want more additional toe dexterity to have them grippers out at all times, you could always try the toppy shoes, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, these things make me uncomfortable. Doggy. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely one of those things where it's gonna be unique to each person. Yeah, there's something off about toppy shoes. I think it is just a lingering ninja thing, you know? I think like maybe deep down in the back of our minds, we know those shoes were used to kill. That's not true. I don't know. I highly doubt. You know, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am gonna say it's unlikely that the reason that ninja were so efficient as assassins is because of those shoes. I just kept hoping my whole life that feet would just become callous and powerful enough for me to run around barefoot everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I have like... I have a propensity for chunkless myself, so I know what you mean. Sadly enough, I do live in a place where it gets to like below freezing temperatures in like October. So unfortunately, I don't have too many chances to go out and about with my favorite type of shoes. That being said, I often end up hurting my feet just wearing sandals walking everywhere, so it's probably for the best. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't pick up like a scholarship in the Bahamas or something. Honestly, shot myself in the foot with that one. Me and Pabs trying to have toes on deck but being thwarted by the environment. Yeah. You know, everybody talks about how gravity is a harsh mistress. Weather. No, weather is a fucking harsh mistress. Weather is the harshest mistress. I mean, I don't know. I feel like gravity kind of has the title of harshest. You know, I feel like gravity is just kind of a major source of a major put down no matter where you go. Like, weather I feel is like maybe the harsher mistress. You know, like nature is a harsh mistress. Weather is a harsher mistress, you know, on account of being part of nature. Now gravity is the harshest. Gravity and weather are making out and laughing at us, I think. Wake up, new religion just dropped. Rain, hail, and snow are only because of gravity. I mean, is that true? I feel like that I don't know enough about meteorology to dispute that. I don't know anything about meteorology, actually. Me neither. I think my wheelhouse is certainly not in meteorology. Yeah, my main skill set is in martial arts trivia. And, well, actually I have a pretty wide trivia repository, but, you know, a lot of it is martial arts related. I don't know if this collar could be achieved in real life, but thankfully this is not a real person. Yeah. I mean, fucking... You could make like a... God. I talked to my friend the other day about this dude, Alfred Lawson. Just place a ring of cardboard around your neck. I mean, that's true. Perhaps wire and fabric. That's also true. Yeah. Like I said, this person is fictional, so I don't need to worry about petty things like gravity or metaphysics. I mean, they're a Dullahan. Okay, and then that's gonna go in like this. There we go. Anyway, I was talking to my friend the other day about this dude, Alfred Lawson. If you look up Alfred Lawson, he's listed on Wikipedia as a baseball player, which strictly speaking isn't wrong, but he was also like 6 million other different things throughout his life. Chief among them being a complete asshole. Consistently, you would hear a lot about Alfred Lawson, but consistently the one thing you would hear is that he's kind of like a megalomaniac douchebag. Which I think is quite funny. So you could have gone, theoretically speaking, some sports fan could have gone from following this guy on his like short stint as a baseball player to his short stint as an airplane expert. Fun fact: he was born like just around the time when like commercial airplanes were becoming like a big technology. So he actually kind of got in on that very, very early on, and he actually became one of the leading authorities on air travel until you know, he sold the magazine that he used to publish this series and proceeded to found an even bigger magazine that outsold the original one in what I can only describe as a dick move of the highest hilarity. All I'm gonna say is like that first guy who sold the fucking the guy who bought the first magazine from him should have made like a no competition clause, knowing how this guy's doing so much. Oh, we're not even like scratching the surface of the fucking mire of bullshit that is Alfred Lawson. He was also an author who wrote one of the worst novels ever printed to paper. It wasn't necessarily offensive, it was just bad. And after that, he also founded two thought movements, I think. One kind of like an offshoot of the other. So he founded this idea of Lasonomy. And you're going like, hey, Lasonomy, that sounds like he just put his name and then onomy at the end of it. You would be completely correct. That is exactly what he did. Because, again, megalomaniacal asshole. Yeah, the absolute hubris of this naming convention. Yeah, I think he had like followers as recently as 2013 is the thing. Like, this dude essentially made a pseudo religion, and it still had like this school of thinking essentially had followers, I think, up until very well 2013. I feel like I'm pretty sure that up until a few years ago, you could still speak to a Lasonomist. How old is he? Oh no, the dude's dead. The dude died a long, long time ago. But Lasonomists are still around, I think. Okay. Let's see here. Motorcycle helmet has the strap like this. Yeah, no, the dude died a long, long time ago, but his fucking brainchild is still around. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's absolutely terrifying to realize that, like, the worst people you know will have a lasting effect on the world. Okay, then here we go like this. But yeah, like I said, he was born like around the time just before airplanes started to kind of like pick up as a thing conceptually, because I remember they also talked to him about like airplanes in World War I think. He can't have been that old. He can't have been that old at the time. I think like late 1800s, 1850s or 1880s or so. I think that's around the time he was born. Oh, you know we gotta give this person some fucking motorcycle gloves. Some fingerless gloves out here. There we go. Man, this repeating shape thing is really working out in my favor. I wonder if I should have like a pair of eyes kind of poking out of the helmet a little bit. I feel like that'd be very funny. Like, you can just see like slightly little eyes like this. Okay, and then this one over here. I've kind of decreased the readability of the cat ears. Got his head and everything. Yeah. I've sacrificed a little bit of like the readability that those are supposed to be cat ears for kind of following this again kind of triangular thing. But I feel like they would still look like cat ears from the front angle. Or even from like a 3/4 angle. Yeah, yeah, you can see it. You can definitely see that. Here we go. Okay, and then the helmet will kind of pick up around back here and kind of like go in like this. Perfect. I should drink some water. Okay. So then we got the other part of this jacket here. Yeah, the good news is that when I'm making these like shoe characters, I barely have to worry about the color scheme because it's already kind of picked out for me. That helps a lot that I kind of know the color scheme in advance. Okay, and that's just going to kind of come in like this. The A has presented the palette. Okay, and then we got the belly over here. Okay. I wonder if these would be attached to the shirt or to the pants. I imagine the pants. I feel like it makes more sense that way. I like to imagine that these kind of like weird loopy things in the cyberpunk future are the equivalent to like wearing suspenders in like the 1980s. Or not even the 1980s, like the 1920s. They're just there kind of like to keep your pants up and not much else. I gotta go check on something real quick, so I'll be right back. And we're back. Like I said, I just had to check on something just real quick. Also, I can't believe I was struggling with this thing right here when I could have just made another triangle. Rice brain, unfortunately, doesn't... Listen, my brain goes at such fast speeds that sometimes I forget that... Thank you, it's good to be back. Sometimes my brain goes so fast that I don't realize an obvious answer in front of me. I feel like my brain has been going like full throttle with this design, and I just kind of forgot that I could just make it another triangle. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, we have it moving quick, that is true. Okay, then over here. A belt, but worse. Yeah. I feel like at least with a belt you could put like a buckle on it. These things are just like straps. Just a little hint of belly button. Okay, and then this friggin', what do you call the half chaps or something? I guess you could call them half chaps. I think that they're shitty Velcro straps that barely stick. I mean, that might be true. I feel like a lot of techwear, I think the thing is, right, with a lot of this techwear stuff, this kind of like cyberpunk fashion thing, I feel like a lot of it is niche enough that if you do get it, it's going to be like at least decently high quality. I feel like that's kind of something that you do. Like, I feel like that's kind of their niche. You know, you can't just have it look unique and also be garbage. Well, I mean, you can, but like then people won't really buy from you. They'll just look for somebody else to do it in. It's a basic business strategy thing. You know? You can either mass produce it and make it cheap, or you can make it unique, but also charge premium for it. Someone who'll do it better, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, I'm realizing now that I put this belt loop like way too below the waist. So, how do I... Okay, so how do I get out of this one? Oh, wait, no, I know exactly how I can get out. Boom. Big rice brain. Okay, there we go. There we go, and then like that. Okay, then over here we'll have it kind of creep in like this. Slightly thinner. Kind of, I kind of like the original kind of silhouette of this thing. Oh, the sketch, I mean. And then over here. Then over here. Okay. Then like that, and that's just gonna kind of end in a cuff. I feel like that's kind of like a nice clean end to it. There we go. That leg is too skinny though. I feel like a grandma sometimes when I design my characters. You're too skinny. Eat more. Have more polygon. There we go. Then over here. I can see right through you. Come on, I can see your bones. Come on, eat up, eat up, eat up. Come on, come on. One more. Come on. Yep, that's good. Good boy. I wouldn't be able to cut it as a grandmother because I think I would just eat everything that I prepare myself. Like, I wouldn't be able to overfeed my grandkids as a grandmother should because I just would eat it all myself. I've got a little bit of a gluttonous streak. Okay, then over here. Pabs art in the worst grandma. I feel like yeah, that, you just see like a Looney Tunes type style title card just rolling across the screen, and it just says that. Who would my grandkid be in this situation? Rice Beast? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready to accept the implications of that. Okay. I feel like this needs to be like tightened up a little bit. Doesn't remember the lore. The thing is, I don't have like a consistent idea of like what Rice Beast is. I know for a fact that it's sentient. I know for a fact that Rice Beast is sentient. So it's not like you can just cook him up and eat him. But besides that, I'm not sure like how I relate to it exactly. I think I just treat it like a pet most of the time, unless it's like in human form. Yeah, pets for the Rice Beast. Now that patch there looks a little awkward. What about like maybe just on the side here? No, that still leaves like a big old thing of white space right here, which I don't like. Hey, Butter Apple, how you doing? Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're almost done making the line art for this character here. Okay. Lurk, nice. Enjoy lurking. Okay. Maybe a little bit more horizontal would be better. I think that would be the case. Yeah, I think that's what it was missing. I'm about to eat. Nice. Enjoy your meal. There we go. Hey Jupiter, welcome back. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this character. I'm gonna need to do some serious stuff to the what do you call it? The face to make it more interesting, though. Okay, then this other leggy goes here, and now the shoes. The Dorito. What if I just made their head orange? Why not? I feel that I would actually go with the color scheme astonishingly well. Guy who makes object head OCs, but they're all just like fucking Doritos or Hershey bars. Alright, hang on. Let me shrink this shoe down a little bit so I can get a better look at it. Okay, so it is a slip-on shoe. That much is certain. Okay, so these have like almost like fangs to them. Now I'm thinking of the Frito-Lay mascot who has broken his contract and is on the run from the Chip Assassins. Yeah. That's this dude's backstory. He was an experimental in this grimdark cyberpunk future. Company mascots can be genetically modified and engineered, but they kind of crimped out on this guy, and he's just like a normal dude who had a surgery to remove his head from his body. So now they try to get them to advertise Frito-Lays, but it kind of backfired on them, and now they're just kind of on the run. Okay. You can do that with Hershey, guys. I know they have a normal chocolate one, a Kiss, a Reese's. There's probably a girl one somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I feel like enough mascots have been made in humanity that you could do anything with. Just about everything is conceivable with them. I remember I follow a Twitter account called Mondo Mascots, which shows off very weird mascots from around the world, usually from Japan, because a lot of Japanese stuff has like its own unique mascots. But one that I remember seeing was this cram school mascot that was like this bear in one of those Bruce Lee yellow jumpsuits. There was a Hershey mascot. Actually, I don't remember that either. I don't remember what the Hershey mascot looked like. Let me go look it up. Bruce Lee bear? That sounds so funny. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Apparently it's called Coco the Bear. Oh, it's these bastards. Right. Fuck my life. I forgot about these guys. I think I might have suppressed that memory, actually, in retrospect. I don't like their faces. Yeah, these guys are bad. I don't appreciate that this dude has got the same kind of like neck to head arrangement that I do. I like this one better. At least this one is like charitably something. Fine, I'll like them for the rest of the planet. I'm sure they'll appreciate that, Jupiter. I always find it fascinating, you know. I feel like no matter how much you would think that, like, people who like designs that are kind of unpopular, or at least that others find kind of uncanny, are kind of my heroes. Jupiter carries the heaviest burden as the strongest member of this planet. Yeah, of this particular Earth, Jupiter carries the heaviest burden. God. I imagine that Jupiter's lower Earth thing also means that there are like 70 billion atlases running around, you know, like you got 70 billion dudes carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. I'm like Goku in Fortnite. Goku's in Fortnite? I said that sarcastically, but I just remembered that Goku is in fact now in Fortnite. I forgot that he's in fucking Fortnite now. My man. Kamehameha. Bum 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 jump jump. Bum 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 bum. And soon we'll all be next. Yeah, can you guys imagine that can you guys believe that they're putting me into Fortnite? Me, a little old me. Okay. Okay, I need to swag these up a little bit, I think. Whoops. You'd think the chanclas would present a disadvantage, but you're as fast as the rest of them. Yeah, you know how like some people have like sports mode on their Crocs where they just like flip around the little lever on the foot so that it's kind of on their heel now? I have that too, but I just use telekinetic powers to manifest it. Yeah, it turns out that I do have ESP, but it's just like it's just to make sure that that my chanclas don't fall off while I'm running. Yeah, this is something that I carefully cultivated for less than 10 minutes. Yeah, telekinesis, but specifically to make sure you don't lose your shoes, like a reverse Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella story where instead of the glass slipper dropping, the dude just sees this lady booking it the fuck out of there, just hot like Usain Bolt speeds, just booking it out of there, and he's like, my god, no other woman in this land could run so fast in heels. So he just kind of holds a competition to see who, like, instead of figuring out who the shoe fits, they kind of just hold like these fucking Olympics to see who can run with heels without like getting them off. Without like losing them, I mean. Sprinterella. Boom. Title right there. You can... Warner Brothers, you can forward me the check at your earliest convenience. Okay, I think that's like a decent abstraction of these guys. Okay. And that's gonna kind of like swoop down like that. Power brief for time. I think we got enough. I think we've definitely like. I think we've got enough time to take this calmly. I don't think I need to like feel the pressure just yet. Okay, then over here. And that also, I think what throws me off is that this kind of also ends in like a little fang of its own. Kind of like that. And then it kind of like goes down. Like this, and then like that. Your shoes have tusks. That's a pretty good way of putting it, actually, yeah. My shoes have tusks. Your shoe just growled at me. Your shoe can be used for digging in the ground for roots and perhaps tubers. Then over here. Your shoes are getting jewelry for their beautiful tusks. Yeah, your shoes are getting their tusks decorated like a war elephant. They're being sent over as a gift from Hannibal to the Romans to try to broker peace. Unfortunately, it seems negotiations have failed, and now your shoes have to be trampled through Carthage. I feel like I need to know more about the Carthaginian War, not because like I'm particularly interested in it as a historical subject, but because I do think like it's the funniest conflict. I'm going to be a loser here. There's no word for Sentai mechs like Megazord, right? Actually, am I wrong and PR mechs are not called Megazords as well? To be fair, that's not my area of expertise either. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a specific word for Sentai mechs. I think it's just like yeah, I think it's just like a giant robot or something. A mech's a mech, ain't it? Anyway, Megazord sneakers. Now there's an idea. I do know that there is a indie service, like I forgot what the name was called, but essentially the idea is that you pay a subscription fee each month. You know, another subscription, a subscription fee each month. And essentially these dudes send you these shoes which are like 100% recycled materials, but they're expected to wear out very quickly. And whenever you wear those out, you can just ask them for another pair, and as long as you're still paying for the subscription, you'll get them. If my shoes could transform. Or trains. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is just called a mech. I think it is just still called a mech. I think that's still a mech. A mecha, maybe. You know, maybe they go fancy with it. Wonder what the resources to make that many shoes are. Yeah, I don't imagine that they'll be in... I don't know what their kind of like output or whatever it looks like. I imagine that it's just extremely simple shoes that can be very easily mass-produced. Because it's recycled, but you still need stuff to make it. I mean, yeah, that's true. You know, I'm also very interested to hear. I also wonder kind of like how they're doing nowadays, because I remember reading that like a couple months ago now. Energy, water, yeah. Not to mention the shipping costs from getting them everywhere. And it's like not a nationwide thing just yet, but yeah, I can't imagine it's like a cheap. Like it's like I imagine the overhead cost must actually be quite high. Thankfully, that I'm grateful every fucking day of my life that I never decided to become an entrepreneur, because one, I feel like I would just not. I don't have like the ruthlessness to be a good entrepreneur, and two, I just don't want to think about the nightmare of logistics that has to go into it. All right, cool. All right, let's get this dude painted. Logistics too hard. Yeah, there's a reason that like 90% of strategy in. We all know how it's reduce, reuse, before recycle. It's interesting to see environmental products. Yeah. Oh wait, wasn't there like a specific color? Hang on. Cosmic Latte. Fun fact, there is a color called Cosmic Latte. It has a Wikipedia page. Hang on. Yeah. Isn't that the color of the universe? Correct. Yeah, it's the average color of the universe, found by a team of astronomers from Johns Hopkins University. It's the average color of the universe. Yeah, apparently it's also a greenish white. Okay, so initially it was thought to be like a greenish white, but now it's like this kind of like beige brown, this kind of like tan color. Drinks a Cosmic Latte. Oh, thank you for your order at Starbucks. Thank you for your order at Starbucks. Would you like an everything bagel to go with your Cosmic Latte? Yeah, there we go. It makes sense, though. I mean, you've got all those stars out there. It makes sense that it's kind of like the average color of the universe is like this kind of beigeish white. I can see everything. Oh no. Don't worry, that will soon subside. Hopefully. If your Cosmic Latte causes you to see hallucinations and the grand scheme of the universe for more than 20 minutes, please contact the doctor immediately. God. I imagine there's been at least like one kind of like astronomy themed cafe that has an everything bagel as a main selling feature. I feel like that would taste better as a donut, is the thing. Insert relevant Better Call Saul joke here. Yeah, we're all in there too. Yeah, that's what they don't tell you about the everything bagel, is that you're also technically eating yourself. That's kind of how it remains kind of a stable loop, if you will. So you don't have to worry about being destroyed when somebody eats the everything bagel, because they technically destroy themselves first before anything else is kind of wrecked by the karmic and cosmic repercussions of eating such a product. So don't worry about it. Is the universe savory or sweet? I imagine it's kind of like a spicy sweet, like a chili chocolate chip cookie, or like chocolate. Savory might also. Savory is an interesting idea, though. Savory universe. I don't like the highlights being that color. Maybe like this part here. I feel like that might be better. Okay, then I really like this kind of like reddish color that they've got going on here. The reddish with this kind of like darker purple. If you were a donut, what would you be? Now this may be a more or less. This may be a less interesting question since you're rice, so mochi, but still. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I could be more interesting than just a regular mochi donut. Like maybe a mochi donut with like puffed rice, filled with custards. Don't know the specific, but I think I'd be filled with custard. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like I would have like a kind of like special sprinkle, like puffed rice. Yeah. I actually made a headcanon about myself today that if I get really heated or scared all of a sudden, like startled, I'll just explode and I'll just pop like a balloon in a shower of puffed rice. Pink green would look lovely. Yeah, I think so. I feel like pink green would be a pretty good donut color. I think I have like a cinnamon sugar outside upon further thought. Literally explode, yeah. No, like somebody comes up behind me and it's like, boo! And I go like, ah! And then you hear like a pop like a balloon, and then I just kind of like wander off from off screen. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, I feel like that'll be a funny bit. Okay, and then we have like this very dark purple. Oh, it's like a darkish red, actually. Interesting. I feel like more of a purple vibe from this thing, though. Everybody just stares as they're showered in rice. Yeah. It's all fun and games until the rice man explodes in a shower of rice fetty. Great party trick at weddings, though, I will say. You could get away with it in like a kid's flick. Yeah, I think so. I feel like that's one of the main advantages, is that most of my bodily harm is cartoonish enough that I feel like I could get away with it in like a children's cartoon. I figure most of my damage like, I've joked before about only having one hit point. I feel like a lot of that would kind of come in from like cartoon style damage. You know, I'll get an anvil dropped on me, but there's just like an imprint of me left on the ground. What flavor do you think your brand of pink is? Strawberry milk. Without question, strawberry milk. I haven't actually had much of a chance to drink strawberry milk, but I'd love it. I remember a little while ago you posted a question that what do you think your planets would taste like? I still stand by my statement that they would taste like bath bombs. Cereal donut. I've never heard of those before, but I am greatly intrigued. Yeah, there's a place near where I live that does like fancy donuts. Not too fancy though, but you know, fancy enough. I don't know if cereal flavored cookies and donuts taste good, but I know they exist. I know potato chip cookies are a thing. I know those are for sure like a thing. I've made potato chip cookies before. They're very tasty. Okay, then like this. There we go. I feel like we're really getting somewhere with this design, actually. Okay, and then lay like this darker purple for like the sleeve here. Yes. Considering they gotta do cereal donuts. Perhaps it's theoretically so tasty. Yeah, considering making a thing that one of the two dominant types of planet, the hard-shelled kind, exploded like a bath bomb when damaged or provoked. Oh, like a little landmine. You do look tasty. I choose to believe that's a compliment. And not a threat. I feel like sometimes me and my chat are like that meme that's been going around where like one person says, I wonder how it tastes, and the other person says like, I can help with that. And one of them is picturing like them kissing, but the other guy is picturing them like eating them. It is heart emoji. Cool. Hey, I'm gonna cross the street right here. I'm just gonna like cross the street right here real quick. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna start running, and it's for no particular reason, okay? I'm eating. Alas, I knew I was too delicious for my own good. In that scenario. Okay. Okay. We're getting pretty well. We're doing pretty well with like this limited palette right here. But I'm seeing two problems. First of all, that I'm not sure what color to make the... Okay, I could make the shirt just like a dark black, actually. Hang on, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, and then maybe no, white gloves are a bit much. Alright, so we've got kind of like the color palette ranging from here to here. So I think maybe like some kind of like extremely like lightish green, maybe? Nah. I think that's kind of covered already by the Cosmic Latte. So I think maybe some blue would be what we need. Some blue highlights. Oh man, I am so smart. Blue was the answer. He's so funny. Love you, Cool Ranch Dorito. Actually, wait, what if instead of this, I go kind of like in an opposite direction? Okay, hang on, I've got an idea here. Okay, I'm not super happy with it just yet. I'm not in love with it, but I think it's a step up from what I was doing before. Certainly it isn't worse. What would you be imagining yourself if you had to depict yourself in that meme? I think I'm also imagining people just fucking biting me because I'm paranoid like that. Yeah, no, I feel like I would also just immediately jump to people biting me. Quite frankly speaking, I'm surprised more people haven't tried to bite me in real life. I've done that meme in real life, and unfortunately it is the romantic notions. How do you mean unfortunately? That's adorable. Unless you mean the romantic notion of being bitten. I don't know, I guess I could see that you'd be disappointed by not being bitten. What kind of skin tone would be good for them? Because I was picturing them like as a normal human person to some extent. Hang on, let me try some stuff. Definitely kind of like a more tan than that, I think. Okay, I think that tone is kind of like a nice one. Love their confidence in choice of shirt cut. Gotta have the neck non-existent covered, but release the belly. Yeah, exactly. Listen, if you don't have a nape, showing off your belly will do just fine. Yeah, life hack for people who without necks like me. If you can't show off the nape, show off a little bit of belly action. Now this helmet looks a little bit like Dark Samus. There we go, I'll get like a stripe down the middle. And probably the same kind of black for the socks here, but with the triangle patterns. Is this what Dark Samus looks like in Metroid 7? Yeah, she's had a bit of time to work out her anger issue, so now she's like a biker. Kitty Ranch Dorito. Okay. That being said, I might have to make this color of red like a slightly different tone. Yeah, hang on. I think I messed up the perspective on this a little bit. We can fix it real easy, though. I've eaten. Welcome back, Butter. How's your food? How's dinner? Okay, then like this, then like this. And there we go. Perfect. It was good. Hey, that's great to hear. Okay. Okay, and then maybe like a slightly different shade of purple for this part. Maybe an even darker black for this. Okay, and here we go. Would bright pink work as this kind of highlight? No, not nearly as well. I guess it would have to be like a hot pink. No, I think the blue really did bring something to the table that just was not... Yeah, I think the blue really does bring something to it. Maybe more leaning towards like greenish though, this kind of cyan. I think I like that, you know, slightly Miku flavored. Blue was impeccable and apparently irreplaceable. Not particularly, I can just go hit undo a couple times. Took me a few seconds to get there, but I got there. Alright. And like this. And like this. Nice, okay. And maybe a couple of like these red bands here too. Up here as well. I'll do a little bit of a gradient here. Nice. I like them. I like their look. Your fingers go faster than your mouth, and that's okay. Yeah, my brain makes checks that my mouth can't quite cash. Some of them bounce a little bit, and that's, you know, that brings down your credit rating naturally. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're done here, honestly. I think, like, I just need to kind of shape up the composition of this, and then we're good to go. Although I do want to do something with the triangle head. That is to... Okay, first of all, I need to copy and paste this twice. Make this clip onto the line art layer. There we go, kind of like that. I forgot how to do what do you call blur. Sometimes I forget how to do this kind of like what do you call. I know how to do like a glow effect very easily, but sometimes it takes me time to remember. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna stuff these all into a folder. I'm not quite satisfied with the blur effect, though, is the thing. If I remove the kind of like lines here for the eyes and everything, would that, yeah, that wouldn't look quite nearly as good. But what I think I can do is instead, hang on, now that I've kind of gotten this together. Actually, I don't even need the headlines either, now that I think about it. Nah, I should probably keep the headline. Okay. I need to expand this a little bit so that it covers the entire line art. Then I need to make it like super dark. I think that might be interesting. In any case, I need to also do what I was originally planning to do, which was select this part, these parts here. Take them out from here. Alright, looking good. I can't help but feel like there's a better way of doing this, though. There we go. Nice. There we go. Okay, I like that quite a bit. Okay. What we'll do from there is our usual thing. First of all, I need to hide away some of these references. Where's Cosmic Latte? Oh shoot, did I use that for the color? For the color layer? No? Where is it? Where in tarnation did I put Cosmic Latte? Oh, wait, hang on. Not here, not here. Not there. Oh, it was on the colored layer. There we go. How's the drawing? Pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with the character we've come up with here. Okay. Wait, this... Okay, we accidentally put Cosmic Latte on there, too. Okay, hang on. Fighting for my life against this average color of the universe. Cosmic Latte is just a part of him now. Literally speaking, you are completely correct. Tragic superhero origin story. Yeah, they drank the Cosmic Latte and now they had to suffer the consequences. Okay, I see. Okay, merge selected layers. Size them up a little. And then maybe tone shift. It's always fun doing this bit near towards the end because it feels like I'm palette swapping fighting game characters. Okay. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was I wanted to apply one of the, what do you call, gradient maps. So maybe sunset would be good for them. Okay, this I like. Let's keep shopping around, though. Okay, the green is an interesting choice. I wonder how that happened. Very weird. Okay, I think soft light was, or like... Add is also interesting, although that makes her head a little too bright. I will say though, like with this like pure white, it's not so bad. You know, it kind of gets lost in the Cosmic Latte, but that's fine as well, I think. Okay, and I also had I remember I had an actual blending brush that was good for this kind of situation. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Clip Studio Paint has a lot of fun tools that just make your life much easier. And those are the ones that like come with the program. That's not even talking about like the ones that are available. Okay, blend S. There we go. Just a little bit of that. Not too much. I know that now that I know from Artfight that apparently glitching like that sometimes freaks people out. But so I try to limit it a little bit. But do you got a name or nah? Nah, not yet. I don't know if this one has a name just yet. If you'd like to put something forward, I will take it into consideration. Let's see. Gale. Oh shit, Gale is really good actually. Gale is really good for this character. This feels like a Gale. I still haven't decided if they're going to be male or female. You know, they could just be slightly more or less built like Mewtwo. First instinct was Chico for some reason. Chico and Gale. Chico and Gale. Whenever you have a name with 2 syllables put together with a name with 1 syllable, it sounds a little bit like a children's cartoon pitch. I don't know why. I cannot explain for the life of me why, but it just does. Chico and Gale, the off-brand Chip and Dale. Chico and Gale, the copyright protected parody of chipmunks. I feel like the eyes need to be more subtle. Like maybe with like the slightest hint of shadow. Talk about having eyes on the back of your head, huh? Alright, I like that. I like this character. Yeah, I feel like they're very fancy. Maybe a little too fancy almost, but I think that's also part of the charm. Eventually, you know, maybe I'll come back to their design and cut down on some of the details. But yeah. Maybe before I think about big things like that, maybe I should consider their gender a little bit more carefully, if any. That being said, I do kind of want to give them bigger hips. We have the technology to do that. Don't fall into the non-binary, non-being trope. That's true. Gender is always optional, and too damn expensive in this cyberpunk future. Yeah, gender? Who's got the fucking money for gender these days? Fucking, I'm renting pronouns here by the hour. You think that's cheap? Going for those Mewtwo hips? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think I'd like them to be a girl. I think Gale is a she. Okay, yeah. Gale, she/her. Just very flat and built like Mewtwo. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think I'm pleased with this. That being said, I do have to change the canvas size a little bit so that it doesn't kind of, you know, they're not lonely over here. Wait, SpongeBob, we're not a caveman, we have the technology! Yeah. Backgrounds, right, I should think about those. Alright, canvas change. Maybe make that for like 4,000 on the height. And slightly less so on the width. I feel like that should help. Where? What is that? It's like a little bit of the shoe got lopped off. Alright. So, alright, background colors, I'm thinking kind of like a greenish, maybe? That's a slightly too aggressive green. I do want it to be bright, but maybe not. I think that's kind of like a good green to jump off of. I feel like that's not too offensive of a green. I should probably do this on a separate layer. The paper layer, I don't understand why Clip Studio Paint has the paper layer. In my experience, oh, blue works. Blue is fine. Gale, 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 Gale. Okay. And then put my signature down here. I feel like that signature is a lot wider than usual. Hang on. And then I feel like I had like a paper pattern somewhere around here that could very handily mimic triangles. Somewhere around here. Monochrome pattern, color patterns. Here we go. Yeah, somewhere around here I remember like a triangular one. I may have been imagining it. Oh wait, no, here we go. Okay, down here. And right, you can make it. There we go. All right, that works for me. I'm running through their junk drawer. Where'd I leave my triangles? That's literally what it's like to sort through your Clip Studio Paint crap is the thing. All right, hang on. All right. Yeah, I think that does us for today. I think that's about it for today. Let me get to the just chatting screens, and I'll find us somebody to raid. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun with that shoe design, and it helps that the shoe design was just really fucking good. Yeah, that makes it easy. Oh, Kyle is playing Undertale. Oh, I wonder what playthrough he's doing. I wonder if it's like a pacifist one or one of the violent ones. Your efficacy in art always amazes me. Thank you. Yeah, I just feel more satisfied myself when it's like when I can knock a piece out in one go. Okay. Okay, so what other scenes have I got this week? So on Thursday, I will be doing an art study. That's going to be a quick little kind of a... I think that's going to be mostly heads. I'm going to be doing heads for a little bit. Complete 180. Today I do no head. On Thursday I do all head. It's all or nothing. Yeah, so Thursday I'm doing an art study with heads. Saturday Resident Evil 4, and Sunday I'm going to keep playing Blender stuff. Yeah, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all on Thursday. Later.